happy?
Ooh, those are 3 good ones. Those are definitely 3 good ones.
How you feeling today? Besides irritated from what just happened.
I mean, I try to, like, when I try to fix my attitude, I'm really trying to fix my attitude.
Well, let me ask you this: mentally, spiritually, physically.
Mentally, mentally, I'm on 1,000.
Good.
I'm on a gazillion. I ain't even gonna lie. Mentally, I'm the motivation is coming out of all kind of places. Spiritually, I feel fed.
Oh, say that.
I feel fed.
Yeah.
I feel the aura. I feel people around me who want something for me that other people that are living don't want for me. And physically, I feel good. I feel real good.
All right, so here's the big key thing.
I'm working on me. So
good. The key thing, emotionally though.
Emotionally,
check in, girl. What's going on?
Emotionally, I think I'm aware.
Oh, that's so
I'm an emotionally aware. Like, I'm aware if I'm feeling something. I'm aware if I'm feeling great. I'm aware if I'm feeling sad, and I just accept how I'm feeling. And if nobody else understands how I'm feeling, I just respect that they don't understand it, and I just have to understand where I'm at in it, because I know it's all a part of the transition.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's some good stuff.
Yeah,
look at you. That's that emotional maturity.
I mean, people ain't got that. You know. I mean, I wasn't ready for them questions, but that's what I had. That's what I had. All right, so definitely. So tell the people about you. Give the people a little bit about who you are.
Dang, I'm not good at this kind of thing. Because I'm more so the type to learn who I'm speaking to or learn people around me. I don't speak about myself. But I guess if I had to say anything, I'm adventurous, outgoing. I love to be free, and I don't like being hot.
For real. And this is the first day. I have not complained about the heat. I really won't complain about the heat, but today was pretty much the first day that I complained, and I feel like I deserve that. Huh? I mean, it's hot. It's summer. I'm not going to complain about what I know is coming. Yeah. Except for the cold. I'm going to complain about it until I get up out of it. So, you mentioned Hillary Harris getting you out of the club.
Shout out to Hillary. So
Tell us about that.
She didn't exactly get me out of the club, but
well, booking you, I'm sorry.
She's the one who kicked it off. Shout out to Hillary. Like, real talk. Hillary Harris, girl, you the one. You did that. I just got to say, if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't have fully pursued this venture that I'm on. So, one night in the club, I'm just say with Black Magic Live, with your dancers, they want you to promote on the strip, promote online, and after doing all of that, they want you to go to rehearsal. That's a whole hour 30 minutes of just rehearsing stuff that you already know, sweating, doing all that, and then getting dressed for the main show, right? I don't know how they do now, but back when I was working, we had the after show too.
Okay.
And I wasn't dancing. I'm not dancing all through the after show. I'm not doing all of that. That's way too much cardio.
Yeah, you might as well let it be to steal the show.
Man, look, I can't do it. So I just said, I did. You have knowledge about this. Put it to work, man. Put it to some use.
Yeah.
And I did that.
Yeah. That's deep once you it's almost like you are led. I always say I'm being pushed. Like, I'm being pushed in some direction. Sometimes I don't know when it's kind of murky. Yeah. I don't know where I'm going, but I can feel that there's a change. I can feel that there's movement in this shift.
Just like walking in faith, right?
Yeah, but I'm like, where, to what, how, So when people ask me, how did this even come about? When I tell the story, even to myself, I'm like, I was pushed into my purpose.
Huh.
And so you were doing what you thought you should be doing, but your purpose was like, I'm sitting right here. What's up? Waiting on you.
Yeah, just had his arms crossed in the corner.
You just gonna get this degree?
Just looking at us like, so what's up? You gonna do it or
you just gonna get this degree and let me sit? You want dust on me? Do you know who I am?
Like, man, you playing with me. I'll whoop your ass right now.
What you want to do? Square up. But yeah, it's like that though. And then once you start to move in it, it starts to really fulfill you. So what do you think is like your best your best part of being in this business?
The best part of being in this business is the fact that I get to be my own individual. I'm a freedom guy.
Mm-hmm.
I excel, I bloom, I grow, I blossom when I have freedom. Without freedom to be creative, without freedom to be who I am, I don't grow. I'm stagnant. And I feel like in this business, I get that freedom and that creativity to get out there, make people happy, while also finding out new creative ways to bring the stress levels out of people, bring it down.
That's huge. That's huge.
So, of course, the base foundation is massage therapy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many different avenues to healing that people don't know. You know, like Reiki, you know, Thai, you know, different levels to this. And
more than just, I'm going to smoke a cigarette, I'm going to have a drink, let's go have a drink because I'm stressed out. That's huge. I need a shot. Knowing that that's making it worse.
That all that's doing is damaging you mentally and physically.
Yeah. But you said a key word. You said freedom. Mm-hmm. Right? And if you think about it, that's all we all deserve, for one. Yes. And we're striving for and we're fighting for. So if we were all like born in our own free element, how much do you think that we would be flourishing within?
If we were all going and flowing in our own free element with the knowledge of what we're actually doing and the guidance, sky's the limit.
It'd be like everybody's a flower child, everybody's happy, everybody's flourishing because they're able to be themselves.
Yeah, it'll be a utopia.
And people, they believe that that's not obtainable.
Well, they crazy out of their damn head.
They think that's not obtainable, and
attainable.
Some people say, "Oh, well, that's a fairy tale." It's really not. It's really not.
Everything is what you believe it is, right?
Right.
It all starts in the mind.
Right.
Whatever you think, everything else will follow. So if you don't believe that to be true, it's not going to be true for you, sucker. It's going to be right there in that box. Now move out my way so I can do my thing.
In the box.
Yeah, out of the box. Shit.
So today,
oh wait, can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
This old grown-up show. You sure can curse on here.
I'm like, dang, I ain't even get the rules or anything about this.
Yeah, we grown. We you know.
Well, what's up with all my grown folks out there? I hope y'all staying cool and hydrated and keep it sexy.
Get that fan under the AC.
Oh yeah, man, all that.
Dry everything off.
lift your bra and let the sweat let the sweat dry. Okay, lift your bra.
Just lay and let it dry and cool.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna talk about, and let me see, is it tantra?
So.
Or tantra.
Is tantric healing, tantra.
Okay.
So.
I just want to make sure I'm saying it right all day. So both ways are correct. Tantra, you know, like and tantric.
Like tomato.
Okay. So we're talking about tantra healing today, and I don't know if many of you even know or understand what that is, right? So there is a lot of negative misconceptions about, you know, surrounding tantric, and I just would say, can you educate us a little bit on what is tantric healing?
So we're going to talk about it, but pretty much in a nutshell, tantric healing is just basically a spiritual based practice of healing through sensual touch and feel. Kind of like Reiki, except you're touching and you're moving energy and transmuting all of that negativity that you feel.
Yeah.
And making it something positive. A lot of people won't get that. They won't get that. How does that happen? How does that work?
Because they don't believe. You just said that.
Well,
they don't think it's going to happen.
A lot of y'all scary motherfuckers, y'all wouldn't know because y'all don't want to find out. But, you know, let the non-believers be non-believers.
Or afraid, you know, because there is that element.
Yeah, it is kind of scary, ain't it?
But
to have a black man all in your home loving on you.
No, not to me. But what I'm saying
you dare for it.
what I'm saying is, like, scared to try something new, scared to try something
Oh,
different,
that's right.
scared to step right out of their comfort zone because this is what I've been doing. I've been doing this, you know, that talk. So it's like you're afraid that this might work.
Some people are. Some people are more so afraid of themselves.
Yeah.
And
Ooh,
I hope that
that's
hits
heavy.
home for a lot of.
You see, I was
hope that
slightly
hits.
delayed. I was like, oh.
I hope that hits for a lot of you listening.
A lot of you guys are afraid of yourselves. We got some people in the comments. We got some people tuned in. Do you guys agree that people, not seeing you, and if it's you, it's okay because y'all know this is a safe space, but do you agree that people are afraid of themselves and also afraid of trying something different that possibly could work? May not work, but it could work.
One thing I will say for sure, it's not for everybody, and I'm not here for everybody.
Hello. That's a statement. That's a statement that everybody needs. That's a mantra that everybody needs to live by. Like, it's perfectly okay. There's billions of people in the world, and you're not even going to meet them. So,
even here in Vegas,
never cross their path, ever.
Like, the comments that I get, like, oh my gosh, this looks like too much. You could have kept scrolling.
They write it on there?
Some of them, yeah. Like, I don't have to see you. Yeah. I ain't never had to meet you. I don't even have to know your thoughts.
Why are you on my friends list?
I don't care if it's too much for you.
You came here.
Yeah. You are here on my thing. I'm not coming to you. I don't care.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm all about healing. So how do you think that this improves humans? Like, heal them.
Let me tell you the way. So, for one, everybody's stressed. Everybody's going through some type of depression. Everybody has some trauma. And a lot of people, sexual trauma from their past. And a lot of people are still holding on to that. So what this does is basically, when you feel the energy, especially if it's somebody that knows how to really tune in, somebody that really knows how to tune in to who they're touching, you transform all of that depression and make them feel just a little something different. Mm-hmm. Like putting care, like that.
It's like breaking it up. Like if it was a solid mass.
I got something better. Like that Sunday meal that mama used to, or grandma used to make, and you knew she put love in that thing.
Like, was you smiling when you made this, grandma?
like you felt that home good feeling when you took a bite of that food, right? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like with touch.
A good hug.
A good touch, especially when it's on a part of the body that's really sore. A good touch, like you gonna feel that love. And that's another thing a lot of people are scared of. Like, what is love? Like, how does that even compute? I don't get it.
The fact that people are like, ew.
Like you would have to get it to understand it. There's nothing you can really explain, nothing I can say to make you get it. There's nothing I can say to make you understand where I'm coming from unless you understand energy and touch. If you don't, it's gonna fly over your head, and you just gonna be.
And a lot of people are unaware of physical touch and how important it is. Sometimes you touch people, they flinch because they haven't been touched.
Trauma,
definitely trauma. But I did read that it addresses issues and challenges associated with individuals' sexual energy and their emotional and sexual trauma.
Well, let's just call it like this: the blockages in your root chakra, sacral, and solar plex. So I would say the way that I do it, I deal a lot from, the heart. I deal a lot from the heart chakra. Like, a lot of people understand chakras and everything, so let's talk about it.
Okay.
So
maybe they don't, but y'all finna get a little education today.
The heart chakra in the middle of that chest, where that heart is where you feel. I feel safe. I feel love. I feel good. Once when you go from the heart chakra and you connect everything else everything flows. You felt that? You felt that?
I have a testimony. I was debating if I was going to tell it or not, but
so
I have a testimony. So go ahead.
So, everything from the crown and the root, everything has to flow, and which is connected through the heart.
Absolutely.
If the heart is blocked, everything else is dysfunctional, which a lot of people don't even know.
Say the
they
word
won't
again.
even understand.
Dysfunctional.
Dysfunctional, and you feel a lot of dis-ease,
discomfort,
all of that.
Very true. Very true. And it's a serious thing. It's a serious thing because a lot of people don't even know that they're dealing with this, especially if it's involving their sexual energy, right?
Right.
Because everybody think they king of the motherfucking jungle.
Can I say it, please? Can I say it?
King Dingaling and Queen Coochie.
They abuse it and misuse it. They abuse it and misuse it. And then on top of that, not only do they abuse it and misuse it, but a lot of people demonize.
Wow.
Let me say that. A lot of people demonize. Y'all demonize America. Everywhere else in the country, they're free. But for some reason, America, with all of y'all religion, y'all demonize the shit you were born from.
And the person you were born from.
Y'all demonize it.
Just have to put that in there.
And y'all think, oh, this is bad. Sexual immorality. It's not sexual immorality if you're not going there. Because there's a big difference between sensuality, sexuality, and intimacy. Us talking right here in this room, it's just me and you. This is intimate.
Right.
This is intimacy flowing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're talking, we're connecting. Sensuality, touching, rubbing, bringing down the depression, letting you know it's basically, if you use it right, you'll let your partner know it's safe. Sensuality can
relax.
be something.
It's okay to relax.
Something real good, real positive. And we all know what sexuality is. I ain't even no need to get into that.
But do we? You know, you got to think. Common sense isn't always so common, so I wouldn't always assume
I'm going to assume
that
they know.
People don't know exactly what that is because, like you said, never know about their environment. You know what I'm saying, or whatever type of traumas that they've had, especially to be, surrounding sexual traumas. A lot of people, like, it's blocked. Like they said, what is it? The knots, the contractions of the knots. You know, I did my reading, right?
Yeah,
did my research, okay?
Go
So
ahead.
they said the contraction of the knots, it blocks, like you said, everything, but it lowers your libido.
Yeah, say that.
You know, it lowers your sex drive, all that different stuff that you don't realize. Like, I don't know why I'm moving in this way. I want to be sexual, but I'm not. But you haven't dug deep and realized that something that has happened to you has created a blockage in between there. So I be telling people sometimes, like, you may not know what sexuality is, but that's why we have these conversations. So that they can listen in, because sometimes they can relate and sometimes they can't.
So you really want me to tap on it?
Just a little bit.
Thanks.
Just
so look,
a smidget.
I was hoping that I couldn't, because a lot of people ain't going to agree with
It's not about what they agree with. It's your words.
And plus, the way I see it, I'm not your daddy. I ain't here to show you
He
and
ain't
let
y'all's
you know
daddy.
what the hell sexuality is. You grown.
Or look it up. I mean, you can look it up.
You grown. Shit. You know what the hell it is. Stop demonizing it. Maybe you'll get somewhere. Maybe you'll be better in your career.
Ooh.
Maybe you'll be better in your relationships. Personal. Whoever you're married to. Who knows? Oh, let's go a little deeper. Should we, Twine? We should.
You should.
In your kid's life. And the life that you live for yourself. Stop blocking yourself.
Yeah.
Sexuality, sensuality is not a bad thing. Stop demonizing it.
It's as small as holding hands. You know, in some cultures, you hold hands as a form of respect. You know, so here, when they come here and we're all like off to ourselves, they looking like, oh, they don't have any respect for each other. You know, so that's important. But the crazy part is, we may say that the blockages come from sexual trauma, but it could come from betrayal.
Yeah, there's actually many many lanes and avenues blockages could come from. And it could just be something as small as just feeling like you have to take care of everything.
Overwhelmed.
That's
a lot of pressure.
Taking care of everything. Like you have to be the breadwinner, or you have to be the one that makes sure everybody is good. That could form a blockage as well.
That's crazy. I literally have that written here. The mental body impacted by trauma or frequently on overwhelmed due to insistent demands of the life and challenges, and it needs to be a time out. What are some symptoms and knots, and how do we know that we even need to seek this type of release?
There's so many things I could say, but you would just have to search within yourself and feel that, because a lot of the knots, if we're talking about the physical body, a lot of the knots rest within either the lumbar or sacrum area of the body, or a lot of times more than most within the neck, especially in the trapezius and the levator scapulae, and
so this
just the whole cervix, the cervix of the spine, where the skull and the thoracic meet. Just that whole little section of the neck.
Horrible.
Could be
horrible. So
damaged and cause blockages.
So I wasn't gonna say, but as far as blockage goes, like when I tell you strangers just talk to me, it's the weirdest thing, and they always have a message for me. And this lady walked up to me and she said,
"Today?
No, not today. No.
Well, I was gonna say, okay.
Not today. I'm thinking I had to go through the whole day. Maybe I did have a little message today. I did. I had a agape call with a woman that I met months ago at an event, and she said, I kept your flyer she said I was seeing a psychiatrist. She said she was not helping me. She said I kept hearing your conversation and I went looking for your flyer.
What?
She said I live in California. I was just visiting, but I still have your flyer. I was like, well, what did I say to you? Because I don't know.
It's funny how it just comes to you like just a whole download,
and
right?
It just flows. And the crazy part was she's a professional. She's in the same profession as me. So I know her education, and I know she probably read a lot of the same books that I had to read. So I had to come with respect for her. You know, actually her education level is higher than mine. And for her to come to me, it spoke to me and my heart a little bit. And she was just like, yeah, I think we're going to have to link up and talk, because I feel like you can help me. And I was like, and I'm going to do my best.
All right. So what is it that she needed help with?
Well, we don't really discuss that at the agape call. She's just really, it's for them to see if I'm going to be a good fit for them. Am I going to be somebody who can to help you with what you have going on? She definitely wanted to check my credentials. She wanted to know what I did, where I graduated from, and that's not a problem. But like people are dealing with life. People are just dealing with life, and that's why it's so easy for me to be compassionate to others, because I'm dealing with life, and you have a life, right? I might see you on social media. We might even see each other at the grocery store, or we see each other right here. But when you leave, you have a whole life that I know nothing about. So why wouldn't I meet you or greet you with compassion? Because you could have had a whole bunch of bullshit going on today.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where the thing is lost. And
compassion.
A lady walked up to me and she said, what did she say? Half of it I don't remember. But the core, no, seriously, because it's so shocking that they're saying it, because they know what they're talking about.
Right.
And that lady said, you have, she touched my stomach and she said, this is trauma. And then when I booked you, I was telling people that I'm laying there, you're getting your massage, and you touched my stomach and you stopped. I don't know, you don't remember that?
I remember. Okay. I remember all of that.
Okay. Because it was like, for me, it was different. For you, you know what you're doing. This is your job. Like you say, you're connected. But for me, it was more like, damn, like you stopped right at a spot where I was like, and I'm like, what happened? And you was like, let me just keep working. And then you end up giving me a free Reiki session because you were like, I felt you needed this. And I kept saying, well, what did you feel in my stomach? Because I have literally been having issues with my stomach for years. That's why I can't drink that champagne. I've had all kind of tests. It flares up. I look pregnant. It comes down. It hurts. It's hard as a rock. So I'm doing what I have to do to try to figure out what the issue is. But for you to just touch me one time, you touch my stomach and you stop. I open my eyes like, what's wrong? And it was just a look on your face, and you end up telling me it was in my stomach. It was my heart. And like you said, you operate out of the heart chakra. And I was like, now, God damn it. He done read the hell out of me up in here. So when you said that, I was like, okay, Tasha, tell your experience, because it's not, like you said, they may not believe what you say, but it's somebody who's experienced it. Either you believe it or you don't, but it really happens.
Testimony, girl, talk about it. Let them know it's real. It's real.
And you don't know what I've been through, but you even tapped into a spiritual realm of it, and you mentioned my mother. That shit took it to a whole nother level. So
because I definitely said I felt somebody was in here.
So when I'm telling people who know me personally, you see, my best friend was like, I'm booking when I come to town. But when I'm telling them personally, they're thinking more like, it was a massage that I've never had before, but they're thinking like, well, was it a happy ending? Every single person asked me, did I have a happy ending? And I was like, no, I didn't have a damn happy ending. I was like, but it was just beyond just let me hurry up and rub you and okay, oh, what's this, and then get on up out of here.
What
it was
say,
a little more than that.
Going through the motion.
Yeah, being
a lot of massage therapists, a lot of people that been doing this shit for years. Some people have even the ones that had just graduated. You know what I'm saying? They go through the motion, and they lose touch with the inner.
They get burned out. They teach you in school, what's the last semester? Burnout. You know, because they know that you're going to get to that place. So.
And, you know, it's sad that at the end of it all, people lose the connection with who you're going to and who you're dealing with, because everybody's not the same. It's not the same, oh, let me do this technique. Oh, I feel the knots here. Let me just do this technique and boom, send you on your way. It's deeper than that. Yeah. It's a whole lot deeper.
Now you need to be intentional when you are in that spectrum. So let me see. Let's mix it up a little bit. So we did talk about the happy ending. So I'm gonna go to my little sex section. And when you look up tantra, of course.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
So it took a lot for me to actually find out more about it, and then I went to what you sent me, and I went to their school, so I kind of looked in there and everything. But is there a huge difference between the healing portion and the sex portion? So,
you know, it's there's a fine line. It's like Marvin Gaye said, when I get that feeling, I want a sexual healing. Okay. There's a fine line, because when you're keeping it professional, you have to keep a lot of the sexual out of it. Now,
you burn the bag.
If you're with your partner, then you could get into the more deeper aspect of it, to where it is sexual, and you could feel the soul of your partner, to where like you're in tune with every little thing that they're going through, and you just feel them release when it's happening.
That sounds magical. How'd that sound to y'all?
I was trying not to make it sound so sexual.
But it's the way, it's the passion. It is. It's a feeling. So the way you're expressing it is just like an emotion. So it makes sense to me. And I think a lot of people, like you say, they lose that with the act of sex just being physical. Oh, it's just physical. It means nothing to me. You know, I mean, you busting that nut probably don't, but the act itself, you missed an opportunity.
And it could be very huge, because you could really change a life You could save somebody.
Girl, I've been delivered.
Like, real talk, it sounds crazy as hell, but to be honest, like, it could be somebody that just doesn't give a fuck. They don't care about life. They just doing whatever the fuck they want to do until they meet that somebody that actually cares and wishes to connect with them.
Yeah.
And wishes to connect with them on levels. On levels. It ain't just sexual, but it's just the whole spiritual level. Like, I'm here. I want to make you feel safe. I want to make you feel calm. I want to make sure that when I touch you right there, when I kiss that spot, that you feel like I'm coming from a place of love, because I'm not coming for anything else.
And I'm not going to hurt you, because a lot of people are afraid of being hurt.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt you, and I'm not here to take anything from you.
Right.
I want to fill your cup.
Right. Literally. No, I'm just kidding. So, have you heard about energetic orgasms?
I've heard of energetic orgasms, and one in particular that I've actually experienced and witnessed for myself, an ascension orgasm.
What's that? I know I've heard of the labor orgasm.
Yeah, that shit crazy. Like, girl, you came off of that.
They need it though to contract and make the muscles contract.
If that's what you need, that's wild.
But just think about it. When you have an orgasm, all your muscles contract, right? A woman's.
Oh yeah, the shiver shakes.
So, but on the inside, it's literally contracting. So if you're having contractions to have a baby, it's best to have an orgasm to help to create that motion, that wave. For it actually relieves you from some pain. People don't really realize that, because you're in so much pain. You like, ain't nobody think about no motherfucking orgasm, you know. But it's the actual
chemicals
in the contraction. It helps to create a better canal for the baby, I suppose.
Yeah, that's actually wild for me. But an ascension orgasm, when you and your partner are just really passionately getting to it, fucking. You could take fucking how you want to, but fucking can be very pleasant and very passionate. But when y'all in there, he's digging in deep, real nice and smooth. He ain't roughhousing you. He's like digging deep and slow, just grinding, getting it, hitting that spot, and he feeling it too. And you both get to that spot where it feels like you're out of breath, and you start feeling dizzy, and then you come, and you start feeling so light, it almost feels like you're floating and spinning at the same time.
That's some out-of-body soul snatching experience shit right there.
It's happened, and I can attest to that. Like, that experience.
But you have to be in tune with the person that you're with, right?
You have to definitely be in tune, because like you said, you can miss the mark. You miss your opportunity.
That sucks. But yes, so I've seen the energetic orgasm happen, and it's an orgasm without you ever being touched. It's just the simple fact of someone that close. And they're giving you the energy that because they want you to have pleasure.
Disclaimer: everybody can't do it. You just have to.
Can't perform it or have it.
You can't perform it unless you like really know the energy that you bring, and the partner.
So I'm saying like me performing it. Like no, everybody can't.
Everybody's not gonna feel it because they're not gonna understand it. But if you got a partner that's really into you, that's loving you, know your energy. They
it's off when it's off, when it's down, when it's up. Like know your energy.
They gonna feel it. They're gonna feel your energy, and then it's like they start craving it so much. It's like the body starts feeding off of the energy.
Vibrate when you next to each other. I felt that before.
Feeding the energy.
I felt that before, for sure. The beautiful part of it is that the person who had the orgasm was a male. And he was like, what the fuck just happened to me? He had a tear come down because he wasn't a believer. Ooh. He didn't believe that this could actually happen.
You did it to him?
No, I didn't. We're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you. But the fact that was just blown away. It was just interesting to see that how it happened, that it is possible to happen, and the fact that a person who didn't believe it could happen actually had a little, liquid libation coming out.
Yeah, listen. When that tear started rolling, you basically got them.
You already know what time it is. Like, why are you crying?
Took their soul.
Why are you crying for? So, speaking of souls, I know a lot of people talk about holistic wellness. I am definitely diving in a little deeper with holistic wellness because it's important. And what are some of the benefits of traditional versus holistic?
I would really like to say that there's really no big difference. There's really no big difference. When you start, putting the traditional and start making it work for you, it doesn't matter how you try to swing it. There's no difference.
Right.
I don't know. There's no other way I can say it. There's no big difference.
There is no huge difference. So maybe because I was looking at it on a simple sense of trying something different, like I said earlier, than you would normally try, because you're looking at even with Reiki, right?
Yeah.
Most people are like, what is it? I don't understand it. Oh, now everybody like, oh, I got my stones. You got your crystals, and it's like, why are you carrying those crystals? Do you know what you're doing? Do you understand the type of energy that it brings and things like that? So it's like trying a different approach.
The fad train. I feel like a lot of people weren't really worried about crystals. Even me, when I came out to Vegas, because when I first lived in LA, mm-hmm. I knew about the whole spiritual things because there were some individuals that I didn't know that they practiced. Before the whole crystal thing became a thing, these females already had crystals and burning certain incense and things like that. So I kind of knew about it, but I wasn't trying to get into it because, like I said, a lot of people demonize a lot of stuff.
Yes.
So moving out here to Las Vegas, when I finally moved, and I didn't really know nobody, I ain't know the city, I just got out and I did what I usually do. Just got out, start venturing around, start looking, searching, seeing what the hell I'm getting into. I had went into a spiritual shop by accident, and I started learning about the whole stones. And then fast forward a few years later, 2020, 2021, now everybody rocking stones and doing crystals, and we healing like this. So it's it's crazy because I swear I feel like everybody jumped on the fad train.
And probably did, because when I started researching it, a lot of them are plastic.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
No.
Am I lying? Especially if you buying them off Amazon or whatever.
Yeah.
They're not even the real crystals, so you don't know. But I'm all about educating myself, so I'm gonna research something. I'm gonna look it up and see that
gosh,
these what they do.
Yeah.
But let me see. I have wrote down a couple of different questions. So of course we got to talk about this one first. What does this type of healing do for love? I can't leave out my main thing here, but can it help? We talked about the heart. Mm-hmm. Can it truly help heal someone's heart to open them up back to love? Because a lot of us is closed off because of being afraid of this dangerous world out here. Not even afraid, just protective.
A lot of people move out of
fear,
survival.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of people move out of defense and survival, and they don't know when to shut it off because they've been doing it for so long. It's just embedded into their body. So
Yeah.
when you're getting into this kind of healing, whoever's doing it for you and to you, they have to make you feel safe. They have to make you feel comfortable. A lot of these people, they don't know how to feel comfortable or safe, so it's going to be hard to reach them. But for the ones that do kind of ease up just a little bit, and they just relinquish whatever they're feeling from trauma, from survival, from fear, they could feel themselves opening up to something new, to a new possibility of, it is safe for me to be
letting
touched.
go.
Yes, it's safe for me to be touched. It is okay
For me to be touched. That's huge. That creates a whole new space of vulnerability.
Ooh, don't say that word. People get scared.
But that's the word. We need to say that word.
They get, dude, don't make them scared on here now.
We have to say that word because you have to allow some of your defense down.
Something,
even
just a little bit.
Depending on the type of trauma, even for just a massage down there on Spring Mountain.
Because
you take off your clothes still.
Let's go a little bit further than that. Even when speaking to a therapist,
you have to be vulnerable.
You have to.
You have to be able to let that guard down, and it's tough. It is tough because like everybody who knows me knows that. As when I was younger, I'm protecting my heart. I got my heart. I used to see so much stuff. I'm like, bullshit.
Let me tell you the biggest defense that I've seen, the biggest trauma move that I've seen with these, movements. Hot girl summer. I'm catching flights, not feelings. What's some other things?
Those are defenses. Are they
like
defenses or is just the actuality of reality?
I would say,
like, why am I still trying to be Betty Crocker, the homemaker, when nobody even wants to be in a committed relationship? So I might as well do what I want to do.
It's not that nobody wants to be in that. It's just the people that you find don't want to be in that.
Yeah. I would say people want to be in relationships, but I feel like it's a struggle for long-term relationships, but that's a different conversation.
That is totally different and totally out of my league.
So, let me see. You've had a lot of achievements. What do you say would be one of your greatest achievements? Because it looks like you've done a lot.
Ooh.
Hit you with the ooh.
So, one of my greatest achievements, I will say, is surviving out here in Las Vegas. Not knowing anybody and just being able to really thrive out here. I would say that is a great fucking achievement because not everybody could say I moved and I was able to make it. I was able to thrive.
I moved.
I didn't have to go back to my hometown. I ain't have to move back with my mama. I ain't have to go back to my ex that ain't shit. A lot of people, they go back to what's comfortable when things get rough.
Ooh-wee.
And I can honestly say, when it got rough for me, I stayed strong and I kept fighting. My greatest achievement is me being out here and thriving. And to everybody that's been booking with me, thank you. Like, real talk, my gratitude is on 10 because of y'all. I appreciate y'all so much for helping me not only survive and thrive out here, but for allowing me to grow. The ones that take a chance on me, thank you. Like, for real, y'all helped me grow.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
First thing he said to me was like, it took you a few years to he was like, we've been friends on Facebook. I was like, I know.
He even hit me asking about prices and stuff.
I did, because the massage is my self-care.
Mm-hmm.
The spa massage, like, if I need to, that's what I do. So I was inquiring, but I wasn't ready. Like you said, that was the first thing you said. You're protective. I was like, do I got a sign in here?
I do want to say the second greatest achievement, and I would love to, talk about this, is prayer works. I just got to say, I believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to the man up above, I appreciate him. I thank him so much.
Be ahead of you. Be ahead of you.
Because back then, in my early 20s, I used to pray about, you know, making this move from San Bernardino, where I had stayed at for a while when I was younger, and moving to LA to pursue acting and modeling.
Yeah.
I used to pray about it. Fast forward, I moved to LA a few years later. This role just falls into my lap. So, given if nobody knows my background,
it didn't fall into your lap. It was waiting for you.
I think it was like
it was there for you. You prayed for it.
If nobody knows, I used to be a stripper. I used to be out there, you know, slanging my things for a few dollars, and a lot of y'all was cheap because y'all act like y'all couldn't throw more than $1. So, leaving the strip club in LA, the owner that had brought me into that whole life, he knew the director, introduced me, and was like, hey, I'd like you to meet somebody. And as soon as the director seen me, he said, I got a part I think you'd be perfect for.
Wow. Put you right in the door. And it's like you had to close that other one. You had to close that other one, and other ones start to open.
Yeah.
But we are running out of time. I think we probably going to have to have you come back because I still had a lot more questions. But tell the people where they can find you, and how many sessions would you recommend? Last question.
It all depends on. I can't say.
I got you.
Because it all depends on that individual.
You know how much blockage you have, right?
Yeah, like some people, they just need one. They just need that reassurance. They just need one. Some other people, they really need to be worked out because they're always
wound up.
Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram at massages_by_Toine, TOINE. And on Facebook, you can find me on there as Toine Cleve, TOINE CLEVE, Toine Cleve, for all your healing needs.
Y'all go ahead and follow my mans for me. We talked about doing a little project together, y'all, so y'all be on the lookout for
look,
Talk Love.
I got collaborations, like, for real. I've been waiting for this one. I know you've been busy doing your thing because, girl, your mind is bright. Your mind is bright. The things you come up with, the events you come up with, the parties that you bring together for the community, girl, you are so on much. 10 with it. So I can't wait until we collab because it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be good.
You know?
But thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all tune in next week. Make sure you tell somebody you love them today because it's important. They might need to hear it. They might say they like.
Nobody else tell you, I love you.
There y'all go. There y'all have it. Have a good day. Smooches.
Hey.